Alright, what's up guys? First video for a new channel, Click Gaming. Just thought I'd come in here and give my thoughts on Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is the game I'm going to try to post some videos on whenever the game comes out. And just talk about where we're at as of now with all the big game channels coming out and showing their footage of the gameplay and the campaign, chaos mode, all the species, all that stuff. So it's all out there now. It all came out on Friday. Game comes out on Tuesday. So don't know when all the big gaming channels got the game first. If they got it on Monday a few days ago, or if they've had it for a while, we don't know. But if you're like me, you didn't want to go in and watch all that stuff that they put out there, because personally, for me, I don't want to have the game spoiled. I want to play it myself and find out for myself what's going on with it. But I did watch some of the stuff, and from what I've seen, I just want to give my opinions on that. So there's some good things and there's some bad things from what I've seen. So the main thing right off the bat, from everything I've seen that Frontiers put out and that has been leaked, the few things that I've seen from that, Jurassic World Evolution 2 is going to be a better game than Jurassic World Evolution 1. As far as just a game, as far as going to sandbox mode or something, building a park, the animals you're going to have at the park, the animations they're going to have, the new gameplay, the new management aspect to it, being able to customize buildings, being able to mix eras without being on PC and getting a mod for that, all that stuff. The game is going to be by itself as just sit down. If you have everything unlocked, sit down, build a park, and do whatever you want with it. It's going to be way better than the first game. Okay, we're getting marine reptiles for the first time. We're getting the flying reptiles that they're actually going to be able to leave the aviary, break out, attack the guests, possibly interact with the dinosaurs. Hopefully they're going to be able to go and scoop up a compy or something and eat it if they want to. We'll see. I don't know if that's in there or not. But the game by far is going to be a lot better than the last game, the first game that we got. That said, there's some things about the game or that has come out from the stuff that I've watched that is a cause for concern. Because the biggest problem with the first game was that it looked beautiful. They gave us Return to Jurassic Park, so we got a lot of the classic type stuff that we wanted to get. But at the end of the day, the dinosaurs were not something that you could enjoy for a long time. Like JPOG was still getting played 16 years after it got released. Okay, because the dinosaurs would still do things that maybe you didn't play or see happen. The first couple of times you play the game, or the if you go back a couple years later, play it again. Wow, I never saw that before, and it's something new that you hadn't seen before. The dinosaurs did more in JPOG than they did in Jurassic World Evolution 1. So the problem with Jurassic World Evolution 1 was that the dinosaurs, they only had a few things they could do, and they always did the exact same thing. There was no variation. Like in JPOG, if the Rex and the Spinosaurus fought, sometimes the Rex would win, sometimes the Spinosaurus would win, and sometimes the kill animation would be different. Sometimes you would get the Jurassic Park 3 kill scene of the Spinosaurus, like breaking the T-Rex's neck or something, if I remember correctly, and other times the Rex would do something different. Sometimes if the Rex and the Triceratops fought, there'd be different kill animations depending on who won that fight. So there was variation into just simple things like that. Now with Jurassic World Evolution 2, trying to make that better, what they've done is they've given, pretty much from what I can tell, each species has its own unique animation for killing a goat, its own unique animation for killing a guest, its own unique animation for socializing with the other species, and then you're going to have the pack hunting, and finally, thank God, the raptors and small theropods are going to climb out of fences if the electricity goes out, which is awesome. That's really good stuff. Plus you're going to get new animations you've never seen from marine and flying reptiles. But just like in Jurassic Park Evolution 1, Jurassic World Evolution 1, the dinosaurs are only going to do that one unique animation, and that's all they're going to do. So from what I've seen, if a dinosaur kills a guest one way, every time it kills a guest, just like in Jurassic World Evolution 1, it's going to kill it the exact same way. If it kills a goat a certain way, it's always going to kill that. It's always going to kill the goat that way. Okay. If they basically did the same thing over. They didn't add variations to it. It's fine to have a base animation for the socializing or the kills, right? That makes sense. But add 2 or 3 different variations. That's really all the people that played Jurassic World Evolution 1 that were fans of JPOG, that have played those types of games for a long time. All they really want is the dinosaurs to seem like you don't know what's going to happen. You want to watch them because they might do something different. That's really all we really want, or really have been asking for. And they've tried to address it, but again, they made the same mistakes. All the dinosaurs are going to do the same exact one animation. So, and from what I've seen, even the large theropods, they still have the same exact kill animation. So, I saw footage, I think it was Game & Beavers, where it's the Indominus Rex and Acrocanthosaurus, and once it gets to the death scene, it's still the bite on the nose, move around, and the other dinosaur grabs its neck and throws it on the ground, and that's it. The same exact animation from Jurassic World Evolution 1. And if that's the base kill animation for all large theropod fights, I mean, that's lazy, okay? That's lazy animating. I understand keeping that in there because you already have it. That's great. But give us more than that. Give us variations, not just a special variation, because someone wrote in a comment saying that there was a variation between the Spino and the Rex, probably from the Jurassic Park 3. Good. I hope that's in there. But not just that one particular group. There should be more variations for all of these things. The socializing. It shouldn't be the same exact headbutt scraping against each other. One rolls on the ground, one gets up. Every single time the animal socializes. There should be 3 or 4 different variations of that. You know, maybe if there's 3 at a time, they do a different socialization. The 2 at a time, there should still be 2 or 3 different socializing animations for each species to make it seem different, to make them seem more alive, and to allow you to continue to play the game for a long time and enjoy the dinosaurs. Because after you've seen all these dinosaurs animations, which everyone's going to see in the first week or 2 of playing the game, after that you've seen everything. There's nothing else for you to see. It's going to be done just like Jurassic World Evolution 1. And then all you're going to be doing is trying to build a park that looks a certain way, or that you enjoy building. If you enjoy building the park and making it look really cool for you, you're going to get a lot of gameplay out of it. But once you get done with that, after you build the park, which is what I found myself last year doing with Jurassic World Evolution 1, once I recreated Jurassic Park or recreated Jurassic World or made my own special park, once I got done building it and populating with the dinosaurs, I was like, okay, well now what do I do? Because there was nothing to do, there was nothing to watch. The dinosaurs did the same thing that they did in the campaign that I played that took, you know, a few days to complete. I went and looked that up too. So the average time, I think, to complete the Jurassic World Evolution 1 campaign was like 23 hours. Okay? The videos that are coming out now that I have not watched because I don't want to spoil everything for myself, they're saying the main campaign takes about 2 hours. That's what they've put up there on YouTube. Full campaign, that's what the videos say, and it has 2 hours is how long it says the video is. So 23 hours down to 2 hours. That's a big cut. Okay, and I know the first campaign, a lot of it was just getting acquainted with the game's mechanics, the first island or 2, and then it was always just building a park. And I know in this campaign we're going to be doing, hopefully from what we saw from the Frontier footage before, we're going to be doing slightly different things. It's going to be more tracking animals, moving animals, stuff like that, instead of building parks. So that's probably why it only takes 2 hours, but still a 23-hour campaign cut down to a 2-hour campaign. That's a big cut as far as gameplay time goes. I don't know about all the chaos modes, but I did see one that said the Jurassic Park 3 Chaos Theory mode. It said full or complete Jurassic Park 3 Chaos mode video, and it only showed like 33 minutes or so for the time that it ran. So if the main campaign is only 2 hours and one of the Jurassic Park modes is only 30 minutes, and I think there was another one for the Jurassic Park mode, it may have been an hour. I don't know if that was the full one or not, but either way, we're talking about as far as main campaign goes, from Jurassic World Evolution 1 to Jurassic World Evolution 2, it's been drastically cut down. That's kind of a problem if you came just to play the campaign, because the campaign in Jurassic World Evolution 1, it was pretty good. It got tedious towards the end because you were just building a park again and again, and then by the time you wanted to go on after that and do challenge mode, you didn't really want to do it because you've already been building a park for 20 some hours at this point and you didn't want to do it again. But it was a pretty good campaign. Now if they had all the stuff that they ended up updating, like damaging vehicles, dinosaurs sleeping, dinosaurs not hunting all the time and only hunting when hungry, if they would have had that in the original release of Jurassic World Evolution 1, that main campaign would have been a lot more fun to play. Well, now we have all those things in Jurassic World Evolution 2, but the campaign is cut really short. So I don't know why the campaign and the chaos modes are looking like they're pretty short compared to Jurassic World Evolution 1 and compared to all the DLCs we got, like the Dr. Wu, Claire Sanctuary. Those also took several hours. Now, one thing could just be being able to speed up time, because a lot of the things in Jurassic World Evolution 1 was that you had to wait on the DNA, you had to get extracted, you had to wait on incubating the eggs, you had to wait on all these things. But in this one, you can fast forward it. So it might not really be that bad. It might be close to the same amount of content without the wait time, and that's why it's cut so short. But that's still a big time difference from 23 average hours to 2 hours for the main campaign. That's still a big cut. So that is a potential problem. Again, it could be from the speed up. I don't know. The other thing, like I said, the game, from what we've seen, it's going to be a better game, but there's still concerns because they didn't address the fact that the dinosaurs are not going to continue to do random things or have variations in their behavior. Okay, they're just going to do the same things over and over again with that one set animation, from what I can tell. Having not had the game yet and just what I've seen so far, that's what it looks like. They're all going to do the same thing, that one specific thing that they're programmed to do every time. Some other kind of cool, positive and negative at the same time. I saw some of the pack hunting stuff. It isn't just raptors, but Dilophosaurus, Deinonychus, another one I can't remember. But more than one species can pack hunt, which is a good thing. And they will also pack hunt they'll pack hunt pretty much anything. So they'll pack hunt Triceratops, they'll pack hunt T-Rexes, and they'll pack hunt sauropods. Now it's cool that like the T-Rex can kill a sauropod. That's cool. It's cool that things like raptors can attempt to kill a sauropod or attack a T-Rex. That's cool. That's nice that that's in the game. But it really doesn't make, cause once again, 2 games now in a row, all the sauropod dinosaurs have no attacks, no defense at all. They just stand there and do nothing. Just like they did in the first game when the Indominus Rex would attack them. Again, it appears in Jurassic World Evolution 2, they gave the sauropods no love at all. They're super big, okay? Most people considered that if they were that big, that nothing would even attack them in the first place. But we know things did prey on them, like the Giganotosaurus or whatever. So they were preyed upon. But Velociraptors taking down a Diplodocus or a Brachiosaurus without even a fight, without a scratch on them, I mean, it's a little ridiculous. There should be something set up for the sauropods, 2 games in now, to do a tail whip, to stomp, to swipe their neck at them, do something. I mean, let's take a look at some facts here. These are big animals that eat. They're plant eaters, but they eat trees. They probably had enough bite force to break a branch off of a tree, right? It's like a horse. A horse just eats grass, but you don't want to get bit by a horse. If a horse bites you, it's going to hurt. So are you telling me that these sauropods couldn't reach down and bite one of these other animals and give them some pain? I mean, if they can bite into a tree or tear a tree branch off, just as big as they are, you tell me they couldn't bite a velociraptor and break its bones or break it in half or something? They couldn't do something? They've given them nothing again. And it's just kind of an example of Frontier again missing the boat on. They try to do better. They have done better, but they're missing the boat on giving these animals more realistic animations and giving them more of a variety of animations. They shouldn't just have one. Okay. Hopefully they'll do something about that in the future. In the first game, they added in sleeping. They added in the herding, which wasn't in the first game when it first came out. So maybe they'll do something to address that. Maybe at some point they'll add in some attacks for the sauropods. Maybe they'll add in more animations with like a moves pack or animations pack or something with an update, a free update or something to address this problem more. But it just seems like they're not getting it. Okay. In the last dev stream, I think that they did, 2 of the people on screen, the girl and the guy who was hosting it, they both are not certain that velociraptors are in every movie. Okay, the girl says that she thinks that they are or something, or whatever, but she's not 100% sure. And then the guy on screen too is like, I think they are, but I'm not sure. Oh, well, they're telling me off screen that yeah, they are, for sure they are. I would have said at least 95% yeah, but not when they're telling us off screen, yeah, they certainly are. So 2 people working on this game are so unfamiliar with the franchise that they don't know that velociraptors are in every single movie. That's a problem. Maybe that's why they can't get this right. Maybe that's why they can't put extra animations in and make the behavior act more organically and have more variety in it. Maybe that's why sauropods haven't had no attack or defense skills, even though they made a hybrid in Dr. Wu's hybrid that had an ankylosaurus tail, which is made to be swung, and they still didn't give that an attack. Maybe that's why, because we have 2 developers on there from the UK who don't even know that velociraptors are in every single movie. Okay, that's a problem. That is a problem. If they make a third one, they need to fix it. Or if they make a Jurassic Park, excuse me, I keep saying Jurassic Park. I'm a Jurassic Park fan. I'm an old school fan. If they make another Jurassic World Evolution game, if they make a third one, they need to take their engine and everything they know, and they need to bring it to America and let Americans make it. Okay? Because Jurassic Park, Jurassic World are American franchises, and if they can't get it right in 2 games, where every dinosaur has 1 animation for killing a goat, 1 animation for killing in a fight, 1 animation for socializing, and that's it, and that's the best they can do after 2 games, then they need to give it to somebody else who can do a better job, okay? And I don't want to tear them apart. I'm going to enjoy the game. I already bought it. I'm going to enjoy the game when I get to play it. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. I've enjoyed the first game. I know I'm going to enjoy this game. They've done a much better job with this game than the first one. But these little things are, you know, they're gonna keep the game once again from being a game that can be played for 16 years like JPOG. I mean, maybe not. I mean, it's probably going to be, at this point, they've added enough stuff, you know, and a few new things that it's going to be very enjoyable. I'm sure I'm going to be playing it for longer than I played Jurassic World Evolution 1. But there's just little things like that where they've kind of missed the boat on stuff that is concerning, with the amount of time that the campaign has been cut down from what it was in the first game, to, again, not giving varied animations for everything, to sauropods still not being able to attack. You know, they could have done better. My opinion, they could have done better. They did a good job, and they've definitely made this game better than the first. So kudos on that, but they could have done better. And that's all I got to say.